And welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Knowledge. Now, there's a lot of unsung voices in this Pokemon hobby, and a lot of people that you might not know are actually in the background, and they're actually pretty big influences on what's going on. I know a lot of you guys out there definitely know who Rattle is, but this is Rattle's cousin. He's also, I would say, the creator of the Rattle Discord, whether it was purposely or
Yeah.
not on purpose. Uh, not only is he like in the backgrounds for a lot of stuff, I know with all the crazy scandalous stuff that has happened with Whatnot, he's been offered like to take control of the Whatnot Reddit page that has over 6,000 members. We're not going to talk about that right away, but I definitely want to touch base on that a little bit because that is one of the more ridiculous stories in this hobby. But Blasty, for anybody out there who is not in the Rattle Discord, maybe is not familiar with you from all the different Rattle lives that you've been on, just let everybody out there tell them a little bit about yourself, maybe a little bit about your background in the Pokemon hobby and just you in general.
Blastty, Rattle's cousin, go by Ryan. I started collecting again just for fun during COVID because Rattle was doing stuff and he just had extra like evolutions packs, and me and Miles, who people in the Discord also know Miles, we're just like, all right, let's 50-50. He bought 18 packs, I bought 18 packs, and just fucked around, or screwed around. Other than that, degenerate. I'm an alcoholic, gambler, manage the Rattle Pokemon Discord, so that taxes my mental every day. And I play a lot of World of Warcraft for 17 years now.
you know, I think it's pretty funny. I feel like you're downplaying a lot of stuff. I know I was looking at some of the real old Rattle videos and I saw you're opening up booster boxes of like Lost Thunder and stuff like that, and some of these
Oh
like
yeah.
some
True.
mid-era Sun and Moon sets. And I think it's kind of funny too, because I feel like a lot of people in this hobby just got back into Pokemon in 2020 timeline. And the fact that you're opening Lost Origins booster, or not Lost Origins, Lost Thunder
Supposed to.
booster boxes, you were open, and you might pretend like you're not part of this hobby, but you were actually around before like a large flood of people got back in. Trust me, there's
See,
not a lot of people who open Lost Thunder booster boxes.
that's kind of disingenuous. I wasn't there for the actual Lost Thunder booster boxes. Those were like the Costco bundles that had like Lost Thunder and Breakpoint and all that random stuff. But that was still around like the 2020 fun.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things I like to bring up in like different lives and different conversations. And I always love that fly on the wall, like sort of view on this hobby. And I think if there is anybody that defines fly on the wall, there's nobody defines it better than you, because a lot of the craziness that went on was because of what Rattle did in this hobby and stuff, exposing the Logan Paul booster box scam, exposing the Blake Sprague's, the Whatnot scams, and all the little scams in between. And you were definitely hardcore fly on the wall for every single one of those. And
oh man,
every one of those events, you were there while they were either happening or before the videos came out. You were there for all that background stuff. So
well, back when Mike or Rattle did like the Logan Paul stuff and he was doing the premieres every Friday night, it got to a point where I was just telling him like, don't tell me. I want to see, like, I want to enjoy the video too with everyone. So obviously the Discord and people coming in, posting stuff and deleting stuff, like I could get a lot of gist, but I'd always be like, Mike, don't tell me what's going on. I want to know. I want to enjoy the premiere with everyone. It's fun. But yeah.
So I mean,
DMs, the deleted messages, the people helping, people offering help is endless, which is great for sure.
No, I think it's pretty crazy because so when you were watching all this happen and you're like, okay, when you were on, I mean, I see you're on Rattle's real early videos when he's doing, like you said, those Costco openings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you watch the progression of the channel and you watch that like first ever, the Logan Paul, and there was a lot of smoking guns in some of those videos, especially the first ones, barcodes not matching up, the tape being wrong, all the scammer issues that came, all these little things lined up. But when you were watching this on play, were you like, or play out, were you just like, okay, this is actually going to be a pretty big deal? Did you ever get that aha moment?
Yeah. It was so fun to watch, like, Rattle go from like, hey, we're weighing packs, or like, because they had the Rattle had the analytical scale, not weighing packs, but they were doing it for fun. They were opening some rocket packs, so they wanted to see analytical scale like down to like the 10th decimal point or whatever, something stupid, just for fun.
Yeah.
And they opened them afterwards. But Just seeing like stuff like that, like him just hanging out with his friends too. I'm talking to him almost every day, and now it's just like he's so busy that I still have to harass him to get his attention now. But it's been fun. I mean, the Rattle Discord when it started was like, it'd be me, Rattle, a couple of my real life friends. We just hang out in a voice chat and have like the general chat going. And it got to the point where like, well, we can't just hang out because there's too many people, too much going on. So that's when we started actually like structuring, and we got the bot to log stuff because people love deleting things, as Rattle always says. So the bot will log when people come in, delete messages, edit messages, and it's hilarious what people delete.
we already got people trolling in the chat. We got Cyril Lewis says Blast is more like a beetle than a fly.
Dung beetle.
Billy and Rubik's Pokemon said not as cheap as the other Williams. So I don't know what that's referring to, but no, seriously, I think it's pretty crazy because you're not even really new to the whole live streaming platform. You have actually a pretty crazy story on Twitch. You were like a smaller Twitch streamer, and then you ended up at one point having 16,000. I might be butchering the numbers, but 16,000 live viewers in one of your Twitch streams.
Keep going. My ego's building. Keep going.
No, is that true? At one point, you had 16,000 people in a Twitch live stream.
Yeah, we were. It was back in World of Warcraft, of course, because that's what I just streamed when I was having fun playing World of Warcraft. But Tim the Tatman, everyone knows Tim the Tatman if they're in any sort of streaming. He plays WoW too, and he was looking for people on his stream to carry him. So like, I play a lot of World of Warcraft. I carried him, but so I was like, well, I might as well go live if I'm carrying Tim, And then when we were done carrying him, my friend who also was with me carrying him messaged him. He was like, "So Blasty streaming if you want to host him when you go offline when you're done." So I'm just sitting there, like, running dungeons, minding my own business, playing World of Warcraft to like 3 people. And all of a sudden it just says Tim the Tatman hosted you for like 15 or 16,000 viewers. So the alert pops up and I'm just like, I gotta wake up for work in like 6 hours and I can't go to bed. This is the peak of my career.
Yeah. Dude, I can't even imagine 16,000 people, what that's like in a live. What is the chat doing at that point? Is it just like a blur?
I just had the live, like, I was messaging friends. I was like, I need to just turn you on to mod. I need to give you mod. I need you to give you mod. I need to give you mod. You need to take care of this. These guys are spamming absolute nonsense. It's like, I just need people all of a sudden. Like, I think I had like 30 mods all of a sudden because I just DM'd all my friends, everyone that I knew that ever knew I streamed was like, you need to get in here. You need to mod this for me, please. I love you.
So speaking of mod now, I teased it a little bit at the beginning of the video. So for people out there, there is like a big Whatnot Reddit group out there. And when everything happened with the Blake's break, the Whatnot Reddit group just got flooded with, you name it, like crazy people writing crazy things. The moderators on the Whatnot Reddit pages were getting absolutely overwhelmed. But is it true that you were offered to take over that Reddit page and like absorb all 6,000 plus? I mean, 6,000 people for a Reddit thread is like a decent sized group for Reddit. But is it true that they pretty much want to give you the keys to that?
Yeah, he reached out before Leo, OEL, L_EO is his Reddit name. He reached out to me. I assume he messaged Rattle too, because he posted in his the like pinned Whatnot thread. He's like, I'm gonna ask Rattle's team if they want to take over the subreddit, because he's like, I can't deal with the nonsense anymore. I just don't care. It's too much. And so I messaged Mike or Rattle. I was like, should we just do this and like fuck with them?
Can we take it down from the inside?
I don't use Reddit. Rattle's Discord is more than enough to satiate my hatred for the internet and feeling important on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the free time to want to like moderate an entire Reddit, but it was cool to see like, hey, want to see, I have the message here actually. It's like, hey, if you guys would be interested in taking over our Whatnot app, need to find new mod group soon. Would consider you guys taking over if interested. Let me know. You can message me on Reddit to know it's me if you like. L_EO, thanks. Rattle's team in the Discord is me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, the team is such a broad.
The Discord is pretty behaved. Like, there's, we don't over moderate. We just, let people do dumb shit, say dumb shit. If people become a nuisance or if they're bots and stuff, obviously we ban them. But
yeah, definitely.
Other than that, there's no need for moderation. It's just every now and then reeling people in, tell them to calm the fuck down.
But the Rattle Discord, that was like at the very beginning. You created that group and everything, right? That wasn't Rattle that created it.
Sorry, I needed
No. Hey, Blastty,
juice.
cheers.
So yeah, when Rattle started making his YouTube stuff, I had to say when to do it because we were in like a friend group Discord.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's just make a fresh Discord, Rattle Pokemon, blah blah blah. But then it started getting bigger and bigger, and we were like, well, I told Mike, I was like, I want the Discord hoodie if it ever comes, because when Discord partners used to exist, we can't seem to get it, even though we delete or like bypass all the criteria by like tenfold. But they would send the Discord partners like a hoodie that said like Discord partner on it, and I just want hoodies. I like hoodies. So I gave it to Mike because I gave the ownership to Rattle because he has the YouTube to show, the community to show, and it's his Discord. But yeah, I used to own it. I used to have the crown next to my name, and I gave it away to not even get a friggin' hoodie.
Yeah. But when you watch, I mean, I know Rattle's real proud of that Discord, but are you pretty amazed at how much it's grown? I mean, 4,000 plus. I mean, maybe it's a 4,000 plus or getting close to 5,000 now. I mean,
I'm gonna let people in on a secret. The bot lied to Rattle. It's not 4,000 plus.
uh-oh.
The bot says 4,352. Like this person who just joined tonight says 4,352. But Discord recently rolled out this members thing, and it says 3,400 members. So,
Little spice just got leaked there.
Little pup in the big world. The members thing came out like yesterday.
So why is that? Is that just if people leave or if people rejoin?
The bot probably has trouble tracking all that stuff. Speaking of which, I just had to ban some art seller now from looking at the members list. Thank you. Yeah, the bot probably just struggles like tracking everything properly.
Maybe it's from people leaving and rejoining too, and
yeah,
crazy. But
it doesn't.
So now let me ask you a question. So obviously you're in the background, and I think you don't give yourself enough credit for what you do. I feel like you do a lot, and there was definitely that crazy video that Rattle did where he went on that dating stream, and that only happens because of you, Blastty. Like,
that one was 100% me. Yeah, that was all me, 100%.
So for the people out there that like don't really, they should go watch that Rattle video. But if they didn't watch that video, you want to give everybody a little backstory on how you were the one that like funded that whole thing.
So there's a streamer, her name's CuteBot. She has 2 channels, but CuteBot, she does like a fake dating stream where you bring a viewer on. They have HP based on dollars. People can donate to get rid of the person or add more life to them, blah blah blah. And Rattle and Fargustus and I were just sitting in a channel. Might have been like 4 in the morning. It was like 2 to 4 in the morning by the time everything happened. It was very very long, very drunk. But I follow it, I watch it. I have a friend, his name's Filtrosity. Shout out. He is well known in her community. So I messaged him. I was like, can you like fast track us if I get Rattle like into the waiting room and stuff? He's like, yeah, I'll message like the main like interview mod guy who goes in and like make sure he's like, you're not going to say, stuff that's going to get her in trouble, or you're not going to say stuff that's going to get you in trouble, blah blah blah. So Rattle Fargustus and I all went and sat in the channel and waited, and he came in and talked to us, and then she pulled Rattle up and the magic happened. Or
history was made right there. That was
oh my god.
I would say that was the cringiest video that I ever watched that Rattle made, but it wasn't cringe. A lot of people use the word cringe in a negative way. It wasn't a negative cringe. It was just I couldn't stop watching, the same way as watching a car crash. You want to turn around, you want to turn away, but you can't. And I loved every minute of that video from the first second to the last second.
I was so glad it was recorded because of the fact, like, I woke up like the next day with messages from Rattle, like asking for like the VOD of her mod, because her mod was live also watching it too. And he's like, what timestamp for me, blah blah blah. Timestamp was easy to find. You just scrubbed until you seen the full green wall pop up. But oh no, I'm so glad it was recorded because that stuff was so funny.
So Blastty, now let me ask you some more Pokemon questions. So when I talk about it from the outside looking in, when you were watching the market shift in 2020, because while you might not be heavily involved in Pokemon pre-2020, you were definitely around for it, and you were seeing the market, and you were still dabbling, buying product just here and there.
Mhm.
When you're watching what was going on and the craziness from the outside looking in, like, what were your first thoughts? Were your first thoughts, this is irrational, this is unsustainable, or did you watch it and say, I think something special might be happening here?
I mean, it's like anything, right? There's going to be booms, there's going to be highs and dips and stuff. I'm by no means a marketing wizard, but seeing stuff like I live in a very secluded area, so like I could go buy those Kanto power boxes at my local Walmart with the 10 packs of evolutions and the Mewtwo and Pidgeot,
Yeah.
and they were, $60 Canadian. And you look online, they were like $200. I was like, that's insane. Like that's free money. I
Mhm.
open them all because I'm addicted to gambling, but
Degenerate.
it's not going to sustain. Like it's impossible. Like look at evolutions like singles and stuff now. It's like worthless almost. So the boom was fun. It was fun watching people. It was fun watching people struggle to find stuff. I don't know the proper way to put it. It's not entertaining to see people not get product, but it was entertaining to see like everything come of it because people were so scared to miss out. People were so eager to like find stuff and buy stuff and do things, and it was a wild time. It was
Yeah.
fun.
And that goes to the whole, and then that was like the creation of the Rattle Officer Jenny videos, and Frosted Caribou
Oh
made
god.
that video saying like, pretty much shitting on everybody in the community and just talking about all this stuff. And then Rattle pretty much, he did his best to be the voice of reason to tell everybody like, listen, eventually you will be able to pick up product again. It might take a little while. It's
Yeah.
going to be available on the Pokemon Center again in the future. It's going to be available at stores in the future. And Rattle got a lot of heat for that, but I think that was like one of the very first kind of viral videos Rattle made. What did you think of like that whole situation?
First of all, just so people know, there's no bottoms to that cosplay. It's a waist up cosplay of Officer Jenny. Um, um, it was fun. I've I've known Rattle my whole life. He's a shit disturber. He will poke at the stuff or do things to like get people's attention or annoy them in the same sense of, fucking with them for lack of a better term. So I knew as soon as he started going down that route, and I mean, you see, he never stopped. Look at the whatnot, the Logan Paul, all that nonsense.
You ever worried about him though? I mean, this is a serious question. Like I've asked,
I'll rob him right now on video. I will go. I know where his collection is. I will steal it. DM me. I'll piece it out to you boys. We can get the perfect crime. Except the fact that I just admit I wanted to do it on camera.
no, but seriously, I've asked Rattle this same question. Are you ever worried about him? I mean, there's a lot of people have Rattle in their crosshairs.
The kill list on
Yes,
Billy
from
Madison.
Billy Madison. Glad I called that guy. Yep. But these whatnot dudes, it's just rattle, 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 rattle.
Yeah, but you gotta think a lot of them have felony charges, so they're not allowed into Canada.
Yes. Thank God for United States 3-strike rules. These guys can't do anything.
I do, but you can't. The more attention you give it, the more likely it does to happen, right? So it's kind of like a ignore it.
Yeah.
Hope nothing comes of it.
I mean, as long as he doesn't die, it's going to make great content. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not. Listen, I'm stealing that line because those are words right out of Rattle's mouth himself. He's like, listen, it's going to make great content. Like if somebody talk, and what are you going to do? Somebody's going to come up and like assault Rattle and not expect to just get assault charges and videos about him.
That's just that.
I mean, yeah.
Oh man.
But no, you never really, does it ever like go in the back of your mind, or yeah, kind of, but not really.
I'll put a rose on his grave.
This is about as dark as we can get, right?
Yeah. We can't say it. Love him to death. Scared for him every day. But like I said, the more attention you give it, the more likely something stupid's gonna happen.
Yeah. But like the happy hour chats and stuff in there, was that, so tell me a little bit of like where did like the thought of that spur from? Because, and anybody out there watching this real time, or everybody out there watching this after the fact, in the link,
happy hour.
Yeah, in the description of this video, the very first link, and it's probably one of the very first link in in the last couple months to year, probably like the first link of 90% of my videos is a link to the Rattle Discord. Join it every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. They do a happy hour chat, but it's not an hour. It goes on for countless
Well,
hours.
it's been what, 3 hours almost today alone?
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
after
pretty
this
much.
live is over, we're gonna be hopping in there. But tell me, like, where did that come from? Was that just a brainstorming session you guys had, or what?
I think we kind of figured, like, because at first, like I said, we were in there like hanging out, and we'd be in there. I mean, we all play video games, we all drink and just hang out. We don't all drink, but you know what I mean. We're all just hanging out, being friends. So we'd always be on Discord on Friday, Saturday night, hanging out together. So then when we separated to can't be in the public eye 24/7, it's dumb. We're like, well, we should do something like hang out and so we just decided, like, why don't we just do a Saturday happy hour where we go hang out with like the Rattle community. He's gonna hate that. I love Rattle's community.
You can't say the community word. That's a tainted
But
word.
it's not for the kids because it is an 18 plus happy hour. We do
Okay, we steal from the kids.
we
Right.
steal from the kids.
We steal from the kids.
We resell packs
Clip it.
according to
Somebody
someone I
clip
know. Yeah, no, it just became something like we're hanging out anyways. We still do the same things. We like Rattle and I were watching videos on YouTube before I joined this, like in the happy hour with people watching and hanging out. Eggplant's in there drinking and driving on Euro Truck Simulator. VR, he's VR drinking and driving, We're just hanging out having a good time. That's fun stuff.
So Blasting, let me ask you a question. So you opened a fair amount of packs and cards in the last couple years. Have you sold a lot of that stuff, or are you just sitting on whether it's binders or top loaders, or you must have like a pretty decent Pokemon collection in relative to a lot of people out there now?
I'm very lazy. So like let me just all this next to me is cards on this little like 3-tiered shelf. So this was an ATB of bulk I dumped a couple weekends ago. As you can tell, I picked it up drunk and didn't do anything with it. But so there's probably like 20-30 ETBs sitting next to me. There's a couple booster boxes. I have a binder with valuable stuff in it. I've sold one card to Ultra. I sold him the Sylveon V Alt Art from Evolving Skies. I sent it to him in a card.
Fusion Strike, but no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, Fusion Strike. It's been a minute. I've been drinking. No. I thought of evolutions and I just,
Yeah, I mean
Celebi.
Sure, yeah. Celebi, that evolution nobody talks about.
No, Sylveon.
Oh, Sylveon. I thought you said Celebi Alt Art.
Oh,
no, Sylveon. Okay, yeah.
I never even. The only thing I got from Fusion Strike was the Slow King Kamiya, right? That was in the Slow King VMAX where he's like ripped on mushrooms laying next to a river. That was Fusion Strike. Yeah.
So you've opened a lot of product, but you're just sitting on it, huh? You're just not selling it. I mean, you have a lot of Sun and Moon stuff too. You have a lot of Sun and Moon alt arts. Are you familiar with like what prices are doing for those cards right now? Or are you just kind of?
It's so like I said, I have like 20 or 30 ETBs next to me, and then I have a closet with like all the stuff I opened with Rattle, Rattle opened for me back in 2020. It's not I like gambling.
I think you would be pleasantly surprised. So a lot of your Sun and Moon alt arts that you've pulled in the past, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised what the prices of a lot of those cards are doing.
I know.
Okay.
I understand. I'm very lazy and I don't want to deal with everything right now. It took us 8 months to do this.
Yeah.
So no, it's all sitting around laying there. It's whatever.
So backstory for everybody out there watching this, me and Blastty, we did the handshake deal. God, it was 8 months ago. Yeah, about 8 months ago that we were going to do a live, and it just never came.
Luckily, we were both busy that day, so it was no one's fault. It was both of our faults.
And we were both drunk when we made the deal, and I didn't remember making the deal.
I mean, we were drunk last night when we made the deal.
Also, but
my phone started vibrating at 9:30 tonight. I was like, yo, I set an alarm. I'm a good person. It's 9:30 local time, so whatever time this went live. I was like, man, that's crazy. I was the nice guy and made sure I was showing up for this. Happy hour, let me live it down.
Well, the wild thing is in this hobby, a lot of things have changed for me personally, and I know a lot's changed for you too, but like the people that I talk to on maybe not a daily basis, but definitely like a weekly to monthly basis, you're definitely one of them. And I mean, the Discord lives we've been in, we've probably chatted now for, if I said 100 hours, I mean, when you're talking 3-4 hours a clip over the last
Are we
however many.
common law now?
What?
Are we common law now by that? I think so. I think we're
We're
married.
common law. Yeah. Go tell my wife; she'll be jealous.
It was an Espion. Ultra just for correcting me. It wasn't even a Sylveon. So it shows how much I remember. Anyways, sorry, go on.
No, but it's it's crazy. Like, just we don't say the C word. We don't say community. That's bad.
I do love the community. I love the battle Pokemon community so much. Those are months. Those are months old Poutines, by the way. They were asking for it. I had to oblige. I'm a man of the people.
Yeah. People watching this after the fact are gonna have no understanding that the chat was asking for that.
Poutines just stack of Poutines just sneak in. Sorry, go on.
So let me ask you, all the people that have like joined that RAL Discord, I know there's a lot of people in some of those groups too that you've made a lot of friends with a lot of these people. Are you happy with like what's going on?
Most of them. There's one guy in the happy hour that I don't like a lot. He's in there. He's really annoying. He sucks at Smite, and he told me himself he's ugly and drives a shitty Mustang. So, but no, there's definitely been friendships that have made like it's a great thing community wise. I do have to go get some tattoos and start filming vertically on my phone so I can scam people, but no, it's been great. I've definitely made like people I hang out with like daily, weekly, like you said.
So let me ask you, from kind of the outside looking in at what's going on, where do you see like the future of Pokemon? Do you see what's going on right now with all the craziness? And I think it's slowing down a little bit, but if you had to like take a guess from just the outside looking in, do you think what's going on with Pokemon, do you think this is a sustainable thing, or do you think like the hype and everything is going to die down eventually?
I don't know. I feel like it depends like what they do. Like look at Magic. Not many people like Magic right now, but everyone fucking loves Magic. Like, they do a lot of dumb marketing stuff, but then there's the One Ring. Then it sells for $2.6 million. Then there's serialized cards. All this stuff is just crazy marketing. If they overdo it, let's say, they really serialized, they have some stupid, they do the Fortnite type of thing where every franchise is involved in Magic. There's like Van Helsing cards. There's the red guy was not Riddick, Hellboy. Like, they're just doing stupid franchises for sets and stuff now, which I don't like personally, but there's like goods and bads to it. I feel, I don't know. I don't think about Pokemon and stuff too much, or Magic too much, or investing but there is definitely bubbles and dumb stuff. And
what would you think a serialized card in Pokemon would do? Obviously, if you got a 1-of-1 ring selling for 2.6 million, the Post Malone, I know that's a very special buy to a very special person, but what do you think?
Well, they do specialty sets already, so I don't think it wouldn't be that like obscure for Pokemon to be like, yeah, there's 1,000 Vaporeons. They'll only be 400 after 600 people jerk off on them. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's that far of the ballpark of why not.
No, I mean, but nobody really knows like what print runs are. I'm talking true understanding 1-of-1. I mean, at the most recent Worlds, there was rumors of like number 1 trainers, like the number 1 if you won either Pokemon Go, the trading card, or the video game. Those cards are selling for like $100,000 on the floor, and that's not really a 1-of-1. I mean, a true 1-of-1 set card. Do you think that would help or hurt Pokemon?
I don't know. I don't have many. I don't really ever think about stuff like that. Let me brainstorm how I feel about it really quick.
I'll give you an example. 1-of-1 Charizard.
Worst Pokemon
card
game,
to
but
pull from a booster box.
Overrated, but go on, yeah. I understand the chase and like the fun of it, but like I don't know. I think it'd be fine. I'm gonna go back to like the Magic. Like, where do they go from here? How do you come off that $2.6 million one of one peak?
Yeah. Well, at least for Magic, I don't think Magic ever comes off that peak, meaning that very first one of one sale, I think will be the highest sale for a one of one card. At least
Yeah.
that one of one card will always be the top of the mountain. And if Magic does release one of one cards in the future, I think
Yeah.
each one of one to follow sells for less than the first one. So the second one sells less
Yeah.
than the first, the third sells less than the second, and it keeps going down until eventually they oversaturate the market with so many one of ones, whether it's through the next 5 years, 10 years, multiple sets, 10, 15 one of ones from different sets on the market. But I think that one of the one being the ring, being the lore that is Lord of the Rings, I think
It
that
fits
card
perfectly,
always,
for sure.
I think that card's always special to people, but the hype will definitely drop. Like the next one of one, people won't be talking about the same. And
No.
it might be, and it's going to be drastic. In my opinion, it's going to be like next sale is going to be $400,000 for the next one of one, which
So
$400,000 is a lot
ridiculous.
of,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money for a Magic the Gathering card, but that's a long ways away from 2.6 million. Do you think it might like follow that sort of trajectory, just each sale being less and less?
I can't see them not wanting to do more one of ones with how successful. But the Magic already does so much of the dumb stuff, like collector boosters, which are, there's premium stuff that you can only get in them. I have a collector's booster somewhere. Fitz sent me a care package one day with some collector boosters, but they do the collector boosters, they do the master sets and stuff. Like they're always like upping the ante. Even like Pokemon cards, it used to be hollow or not hollow. That's it.
Yeah.
Now you have all the cool like full arts. You have way nicer art. Base set sucks. You have way nicer art.
I love that you
Texturing.
said base set sucks. Did you collect
Um,
Pokemon when you were a kid? Like, was there a set you got in on or a timeline?
I'm trying to think. We had a local card shop here that had Magic, Pokemon, Digimon, but they had Mage Knights, which we played a lot with. They were like a D&D kind of Warhammer clicker. So every
Yeah.
time you did damage, you'd click like the little dial down, their attributes would change. A lot more people locally played Magic. There were Pokemon, and I can't remember what was there. But we played Pokemon. Pokemon got banned in school when I was in middle school, all that dumb stuff. Would have probably been around 2000. No, middle school, it would have been 8. It would have been like early 2000, like 2001, 2002, probably. But it was that thing where my mom worked at a restaurant. I went and washed dishes, and I got to take $10 from her tip jar and run down to the collectible shop and buy 2 booster packs or buy a pack of Mage Knights and stuff. So
So were
never
you
really
into
cool.
Pokemon as a kid though, or was it
Yeah,
Magic? You
yeah.
were.
No, we played Pokemon.
Do you still
Like I
have your
said,
childhood binder and stuff?
everything from my childhood is long gone.
Hmm.
Yard sales, dumb kids selling stuff at yard sales because you can make 20
You ever
bucks
regret that?
every day.
I
No,
think that's
Rattle's the opposite, man. He has everything ever. I bought a PlayStation 3. He has the box for it. You know what I mean? Like,
so.
funny.
You want to get into a little bit of the spice now? The hashtag cancel rattle. What was Rattle like growing up? Give everybody.
I'm trying to think of what's safe to share. I have a manifesto, a Rattle manifesto. I asked him how much I could share of it. He's never read it, but he said the first 20 pages were all right to share. We grew up watching Jackass, CKY, all the doing the dumb things that kids do, pranks and all that stupid shit.
Rattle's watching this cringing right now, just so you know.
Rattle is the worst of all of us. By far. This high horse he sits on. He was by far the guy digging the trench for the shit disturbing back in the day. There's nothing you couldn't do that, we did. I'm trying to think of stuff. I can't say a lot of stuff we did.
Do you feel Pokemon and just all it's tough to like, I don't know, put your finger right on the pulse of what like social media is today versus what it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and how much everything is changing. But I I want to get your honest opinion on this, and this is something that I've like thought about a lot. Obviously, Whatnot is not a publicly traded company, meaning they're not on the New York Stock Exchange.
Mhm.
They do not have a stock symbol, but Whatnot is worth X amount of dollars. And I'm sure that people would probably evaluate Whatnot in the billions. Like, I would not be shocked if somebody said Whatnot was valued at $2 billion.
They had a valuation for multiple,
Oh,
like
did
above
they?
a billion. Yeah, recently.
It was a
Yeah,
billion? Okay.
it was over a
Well,
billion. I can't remember the number, but yeah.
let me ask you a question. I mean, do you think that Rattle has single-handedly taken down the valuation of a company like Whatnot with all the news that's come out with Blake's breaks, the loss in revenue, the I mean, and then that's now where I'm segueing into that social
Mhm.
media. So you got USA Today's writing articles, New York Times, every single mom and pop gaming articles and stuff, all shitting on Whatnot, talking about it as being a scammer platform. Does one person on one YouTube channel with 30,000 subscribers, does
No,
he
no, no, no. 25,000. Take him
sorry,
down.
25,000, does he bring down the valuation of $1 billion company by $100 million? Meaning, if tomorrow
Yeah.
not releases an IPO for on the New York Stock Exchange, it's devalued by $100 million because one YouTuber makes videos talking about a scammer on the platform. Is that honestly a possibility?
Him alone, I don't think, but because of, like you said, USA Today, all that other stuff, I think everyone together does bring that down. But because people all forked off of like the Rattle video and stuff, 100%.
But there's
There's
no
n-
USA Today articles. There's no New York Times articles. There's no or whatever like the Yahoo News and
yeah,
all the
no,
there.
yeah,
None of those articles exist if Rattle doesn't make his videos. This is an
exactly.
honest question. Does he devalue a company in the hundreds of millions? Because
Yes, I do want to see him murdered for devaluing the company. Thank you for asking. No, I'm just joking. No, 100% he does. There's no, like, none of that stuff exists without, you know, people talking about his video. That's literally, like I said, he doesn't do it personally, but the fact that he did it sprouted the garden of hatred.
well, no, I
Or
mean, I think it's an honest question. And the craziest thing about it all too is
he has a lot of influence for a 5'3" man.
this is how rumors get spread, people.
I say it openly all the time.
But I mean, it's wild when you think about it that I mean, because news articles are going to latch on to everything. Like I watch Barstool, or not
Mhm.
watch Barstool, but like I go on the Barstool blog, and like I even saw them talk about it on Barstool. Like
Yeah.
that. I mean, that is going deep down the rabbit hole, real obscure, more news article type places, and I'm seeing it everywheres. But I'm just curious, like valuation of a company, does that and because Blake Martinez was I know the numbers get thrown around a lot, but it seemed like he was a percent owner of Whatnot and stuff. And I think they're just doing damage control and they're probably doing damage control. And it's something Rattle never talks about. And I haven't really seen anybody talk about, but they might be doing this sort of damage control and all these refunds because they do want to go public with an IPO in the future.
Yeah.
And they know this is, you don't want to go public and have all this fucking negative news against you.
Well, that's just it too. Like they don't want to. The bad image kills their app regardless. From what I've been hearing from people, the app already fucking sucks. If you don't have an iPhone, you can't watch videos. You have to have a mobile device to watch stuff. Like it feels rickety at best to be even considered being $1 billion corporation. You know what I mean, or whatever. Not a corporation, but a platform. A lot of tiny streamers who think they're big because there's no audience. It's crazy that it actually is $1 billion company to me. So
It
I
is.
think Rattle taking them down from a billion or we'll say whatever, 1 billion to 800,000, just for the sake of money numbers. Rattle taking them down personally hurts that the guy they were propping up to be like their free pass to being able to become big,
Their
to be
like poster
their
boy, right?
poster boy, to be like a YouTube or a Twitch or whatever else, Kick, all the other like random streaming services. I think it hurts them a lot. I think when you said like 100 million at $1 billion valuation, like I feel like that's even low comparatively. I feel like this hurts them a lot.
You think it knocks it down? I mean, honestly, you could be correct, because I would say, and I'm just trying to like brainstorm this, but if you are an IPO and you're being released to the public, Whatnot is probably going to be released on the New York Stock Exchange or whatever, and people are going to say, I don't really know what is Whatnot. Most average person, like in this world, this Pokemon community, everyone knows what Whatnot is. Remove yourself out of this and you're a random person and you're looking to, diversify in some random stocks and some random IPOs, and you have a Motley Fool account and they're giving you stock recommendations. You're really removed from this hobby. And you go, okay, Whatnot, and then you type in what is Whatnot, and the first article comes up as scam. Like,
no, like I said, I think it's a lot more than like a 10% damage.
It could, you could be right. It could be 25. It could be $250 million, which is fucking preposterous.
Think about like people like Twitch streamers. They're live with like 20,000 people on their phone, and they show someone and go, I'm live on Twitch. And just some random person goes, what's Twitch? That's a football stadium you're turning around and showing them in your hand. And they're clueless. So think about like Whatnot. You're a big streamer if you have like 20 viewers and they're worth $1 billion. You're nothing.
I mean, we're live on YouTube right now, and there's probably a lot of people out there in the world know that YouTube exists, obviously. But then you tell them you're live on YouTube, they're like, what do you mean live? Like YouTube is pre-recorded videos of, and it's wild to think about that, the impact of a small group of people could just have on billion-dollar industries. And that $1 billion valuation is a stretch anyways. Like,
I'm Canadian. I don't know what a football stadium is or how many people they hold. 20,000 people, football stadium sounds like a good number.
I mean, the big house,
I've never watched
Michigan's 100 grand or 100,000.
Whatever. A hockey arena. Better?
Hockey arena. Bad. Yeah, he's Canadian.
My bad. You're 1/5 of a sold out football stadium to a fucking game day. Not even a game day. That's like an exhibition match. It's a guy walking around in New York with a phone in his hand. 20,000 people is a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. No, and you're right. And for the normal person, they wouldn't even know what Twitch was. Exactly. And then I would say, no, you're right. People wouldn't know what Twitch is. And then to remove yourself from Twitch and then to say how many people actually know what Whatnot is, you're right. That number is drastically low. And the people evaluating these companies are just going to be looking at whatever is most recent in the news for these companies. So, I mean, yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons they're doing their best to distance themselves from Blake's breaks and all this stuff. And let me ask you, so you're obviously moderating the RAL Discord and you're more or less pulling all the strings in the background. Rattle released
I work them like a puppet, dude. Go on.
So, dude, so there's the Whatnot group you had to create in the Rattle Discord because the general chat was getting a little ridiculous.
I wanted to. Never mind.
So let me ask you, what do you think about that group? Because I'm seeing some of the things people are writing. It's preposterous. Some people are saying they lost like $100,000 and stuff on the platform. I mean, those are
as someone who enjoys gambling a lot. When you're 40 grand down and you're still like, I could get $1,000 card. No, you don't chase losses like that. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Normally, you're chasing 50 grand if you're down 40 grand. You're not chasing a PSA 8 Moonbreon.
Yeah, for your bounty.
I do understand the gambling mindset and like the incentive to the hits one pack away when it's legitimate.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the problem too, is Whatnot did find this great way to really monopolize on like people's gambling tendencies and stuff. And
Mhm.
the problem when you have something like that, which is the definition of an like unregulated market, you're going to have the scammers are going to come in full force. And even if you had 100 people doing those games and 98% of them are doing it the right way and 2% of them are scamming people, those 2%ers are just going to destroy that whole platform.
100%. There's
Yeah,
no, it's, they poison the rest. Like, you know what I mean? It's the time old tale of I don't know, fucking words.
no, you're right.
It only takes one bad apple to like mold spreads. Ask my
Yeah.
pretends.
Oh. And and it's funny too because not only so you had all those people doing those shitty games, scamming a lot of people. I mean, we're not talking about little dollar amounts. Blake's
Yeah.
Breaks did 11 million, on the platform. And then they're taking this 11 million, they're taking their names and they're trying to segue into the TikToks and stuff like this. And thank God Rattle's been able to squash that. You know the story about TikTok, right? Like
Mhm.
he reached out to their
Yeah.
what was it again?
Their COO?
Was it
COO
CO?
of USA. I don't know the details, but he definitely called the guy like on vacation, and the guy fucking banned him before they could go live, which is hilarious. Or denied their live access. I don't know how TikTok works. I'm
Yeah.
old.
No,
You can tell by
the
way I
way
look.
Rattle explained it to me was, it was like who the TikTok person responsible for like not health and safety, but
Trust and safety.
yeah, trust and safety.
Their HR department. Their
Yeah,
health
like
and
the head of
safety.
the HR was on PTO or whatever, and
Do
Rattle
you have
emailed him.
OSHA?
Yeah,
Are you OSHA
yeah,
compliant, sir?
yeah. Were you doing commercial or industrial 4 foot or 6 foot on a ladder person?
Yeah. Sir, go on.
Yeah. But the fact that Rattle like emailed him from his private email, the fact that he even got that email to begin with, and the dude was on PTO, instantly was like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
take care of it. And then like Rattle told me it was like 20 minutes or maybe an hour. It was like a short amount of time. They went from actively streaming on Twitch or TikTok to instantly being banned.
It's kind of crazy to see like how big TikTok is, and there's someone actually monitoring an email, let alone someone high up.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
that fast. I don't even answer my emails that fast, and I work for, like a 20-person company.
well, think about it this way. If Whatnot could be valued at $1 billion, TikTok's got to be valued at, I mean, Twitter sold for 56 billion. So it's probably valued at the same, like 50 billion for TikTok. If you got
Yeah.
like scammers on your platform and people that are going to devalue your company, you get them the fuck out of there as fast as possible.
No, you jerk them off because you're best friends with them and you went to college together.
No, that was Whatnot. You jerk them off because you're
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Fucking you go to Stanford College together and then
Sometimes you just go to college and jerk each other off for Pokemon card reseals.
And that's where the stream goes off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. People are saying, PK, what's in the watermark in the bottom corner? Listen, we had a special request from Blastty himself that it had to be on Zoom.
Yep. Fuck
We
Mike
don't-
or fuck Rattle.
Yeah. Rattle's the only one that doesn't like Zoom. But if anybody has any questions for Blastty, feel free. Now's your chance. We're gonna run for about 12 more minutes. We're trying to hit that hour mark. But if anybody has any questions for Rattle, now's your time.
Yeah, ask Rattle.
But I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. I appreciate Billy. I appreciate you, Cyril, for the super chats.
Don't.
Let's see. So, people are saying, PK, how do you feel now that CGC is becoming the top TCG grading company due to their new labels? CGC
It is, isn't it? Isn't it like 30%
yeah, right.
better than PSA now? That's what I heard.
Yeah, said no one ever. That's the biggest troll comment. I give them 3 years. I'd be surprised I mean, they'll be around, but we'll see what CGC is doing in 3 years.
Mhm.
I don't want to spoil any Rattle videos, but there's some CGC That's your hint. There's CGC videos coming up in the future that are going to be must watch when it comes to the Blake Spriggs scam. But yeah, I definitely don't want to spoil a rattle video, but it's going to be a good one. Let's see.
Is that gray blue or like a faded chrome situation with the hair? I was going gray when I was 16, brother. I'm sorry. It's actual gray. It's nothing fun. I don't waste money on my hair.
People are saying, Blastty, what's your greatest TCG purchase you've ever done?
Well, let's pull out the binder.
The old covered it. Yep, the binder.
The binder. Let's see what's in there. It's upside down.
Oh God, people are saying, Blastty, what are your thoughts on Desert Storm? So can I segue this a little bit? That Blastty decided
Oh, that was in the binder.
Saddam Hussein. I love that you have a Saddam Hussein smack dab in the center, surrounded by Umbreons, Espeons, Sylveons.
And then this back page is
Osama bin Laden. So great.
Osama bin Laden rookie cards. Yeah. The light's gonna mess with, I see it now. The light gonna mess with it. Sorry.
No, that was in the Rattle Discord. You opened up all those packs in one of the happy hours, and that was pretty wild.
They were so funny. Now that the trolling's done, my favorite TCG. You see this little bubble wrap?
Yeah.
Path of Exile tarot cards. Path of Exile is a video game.
Never even heard of it.
They're like ex Diablo devs made like their own Diablo. But
I mean, I know yeah.
So they did like they do like microtransactions like every fucking game has now for like cosmetics and stuff. But if you spent enough money, they would send you physical products too if you wanted. So like I have like a cloth map of the game and stuff. Because I sold Counter-Strike knives and bought a bunch of stuff for free. But they had this little run of tarot cards that were autographed by the artist, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
So I have a set of those. They're probably my favorite. I keep them in their bubble wrap.
Nice.
They're not the ones from ExileCon. No, they were from the microtransactions. It was like 480 US, I think. They sent me a t-shirt.
Mick asked if you got the Hillary 1/1 sketch card. Dude,
yo, that'd be sick.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, there were some ridiculous people in that booster box you open. It was like Secretary of Defense, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary.
Do you think Mayor Giuliani card went up in the last? We're getting political. Do you think the Mayor Giuliani card went up since then? Since this week?
Seeing the fact that you're a Canadian, what do you think about like the mug shots that were released? Not to get too political on a
mugshot is the greatest thing ever. If you love Trump or hate Trump, you love the mugshot. It's the most the country has ever been together. It's so good. People are profiting off it. He's getting fucking clicks off it. You know what I mean? Like Margaret Thatcher, Desert Storm.
Margaret Thatcher's trading card. I love that is a real card. I love that somebody was like, you know what, we got to put Margaret Thatcher on a trading card.
The 9/11 Enduring Freedom ones were crazy. It was like George W. Bush on the phone. It's like sick, dude. Why is this on a fucking card? The nation just went through turmoil, and you're making sure that George W. Bush is printed on a card.
Yeah, George W. Bush trying to spell potato.
Israel's foreign minister pledges friendship. like, are you kidding me?
Those are the best trading cards. Why do they exist?
They're so dumb. I love every second of it. It was like $85 US. It was so worth it.
Wait, that was $85
for the sealed booster box, yeah.
Oh wow.
And it had 2 Osama rookie cards in it.
Can we not use the word Osama bin Laden rookie cards in the same sentence? It's like, how do you know that you're a degenerate when it comes to trading cards? Well, I got some Osama bin Laden rookie cards.
What if they? No, I'm not gonna say that on live. Never mind.
Yeah. God.
Like the sports jerseys where you get like the little thatch of their jersey.
Oh yeah. It's just
That's
don't.
as far as I'm going.
No,
with
I know what you're
that.
gonna say. Don't. We gotta keep this channel monetized. Oh man.
I have a Condoleezza Rice somewhere. I didn't sort them. Like I said, I'm very lazy. Here's my Enduring Freedom box. Still, with,
Enduring
like, all the
freedom.
cards
You
just-
opened every pack though, huh?
Yeah, I didn't realize. Like, I woke up the next day. I was like, did I open them? And then I realized I was just drunk, like sitting here, like opening them, looking for Osama rookie cards.
I was there when you're opening them, and I remember getting good laughs because they were some ridiculous. There you go, old GW. What does the caption say?
Bush rebukes anti-Muslim sentiment in the U.S.
Oh boy,
Right? That's probably one of the best statements he's ever done. If we're being honest. Man, these cards are fucking. There's something else.
Pokey Snipes it says, I feel like Blastty has to hold back a lot in the live. Yes, if you guys want to see unhinged, unfiltered Blastty, as soon as this live is over, we're gonna be hopping right over into the Rattle Happy Hour chat.
I'm saying slurs.
Yeah, we're not saying slurs, but we're gonna be drinking a lot of adult beverages. We're gonna be opening packs. There will be no Operation Enduring Freedom cards to be open because Blastty already opened them all. But
Yeah, it came with like a puzzle, like a 9-piece puzzle, and I still haven't sorted out the all nine. Every pack came with a sticker.
oh,
And on
look
the
at
back-
that!
and on
Has
the-
a bunch of American flag stickers.
On the back of the sticker was like a 9-piece puzzle, but I just haven't done it.
Oh, you got to do the 9-piece puzzle, then you got to
Yeah,
frame
I
it because
gotta
I'm
find
sure it
them.
just makes a huge American flag, just what a Canadian needs.
It's whatever this is. It's the soldier with the flag here on the booster box. That's what it is.
Oh, well, we just
I
showed that product.
Googled
Now
it.
it's going to get bought out on eBay.
Thank God. What a great product.
Fitz says, "Don't worry, PK's selling them on his eBay." I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, they're gonna get bought out.
Blasty's like, I've been doing all this in the background just to fucking pump these things. Check. Master plan check.
I tried to peel one, but they're 20 years old, so
Well, I will tell you what,
I
Blasty.
butchered a Lady Liberty.
The goal was to make it for an hour, and we're getting right around that hour mark, man.
I've been having a blast.
No, I am too.
My name is not representative of Pokemon. Blasty does not mean Blastoise. Fuck you.
No, it means Blastoise in this book. It means mark it down. History books, Blast. What does it mean? Is it like Blasty, like Shotgun Blasty, like from some Call of Duty throwback, or
No, there's a band I really like called Clutch. They're kind of like a rock, butt rock kind of, but they had an album called Blast Tyrant. So when I was 16, I made a character in WoW named Blast Tyrant, but it's one word, right? So everyone called me Blasty Rant, and it pissed me off. So I just dropped the rant, and I just went by Blasty with 2 T's since I was 16. Not Blastoise.
but no. To be honest with you, Blasty, the last couple years in this hobby, it's been a lot of fun for me. But to be honest with you, like some of the most fun I've had in this entire hobby is just like joining the Rattle Discord and how you guys have accepted me and your little group of friends and stuff. And like
I haven't. I
yeah,
never
you
accept
have.
you.
And,
Rattle gave you the podcast role. I have no say in that. That has nothing to do with me. I haven't. I still don't. No, I'm sorry.
No, honestly, man, when I hop in there and I see you, you're one of the people that I'm truly happy to call you my friend, man. And you're really a great dude. Whether you want to do this fake persona that you're not, I know what you truly are. And
I'm the top 10 nicest people I know.
no, but Blasty, I honestly, man, I truly appreciate you, and you've been super welcoming to me. And I know we've had a lot of fun drunken nights, like doing some degenerate type shit. And
Last night, $100 blackjack hands.
yeah, the blackjack roulette. We've been doing some ridiculous stuff, but
No,
dude,
it's good, dude. I love this stuff.
no, I Blastty, I really appreciate you, man. I'm super happy to be able to call you my friend, man. But yeah, for everybody out there, guys, listen. We're all hopping direct. We're leaving this. We're hopping directly into
we
the
going?
Rattle Happy Hour chat. If you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to Blastty, if you want to talk to Rattle, we're all going to be hanging out there. We're going to be drinking drinks. If you guys have packs you want to be opened, open them. But
I can tell you some stuff I couldn't say live about Rattle.
yep. You could ask the questions of Blastty. Ask him the spice. He'll answer it. But number one mod in the game, Drew, will drop a link in the chat. And then also, if you look in the description of this video, the very top link is the Rattle Discord. If you're not in the Rattle Discord, join it. I recommend you turn on your camera or your mic. You don't have to turn on your camera. At least turn on your mic if you want to ask any questions. And if you're too shy to do that, you could write in the general chat. It's fine. But do you have any closing words, Blastty?
Not really. Love you guys. It's been fun.
Yeah.
The last couple of years have been really exciting to just see where everything went and has gone. Like you said, making friends, meeting people, drinking drinks. It's been great.
Yeah. It's
Been one or the other way.
it's funny if you were to ask me 15 years ago, like what would I be having fun doing? Would it be opening Pokemon cards, drinking in Discord chats with a bunch of people? I would probably say one, I'm not going to be opening Pokemon cards in 15 years. Number two, what is Discord?
Yeah.
But
before we go, Poke Sam said, or Poke Dad Sam said, do you think you can get those PSA or CGC graded? They are. You can get a PSA 8 Condoleezza Rice, addresses the nation.
I want that PSA 10. Yeah, George Bush Jr. But all right, guys, for everybody out there, listen, we both appreciate every single one of you guys that tuned in real time or after the fact. I hope you guys had as much fun watching this as me and Blastty had making it. And as always, we'll catch you on the next video. But more importantly, we'll catch you in the Rattle Happy Hour as soon as this video ends.
Love you guys.
All right. Later, everyone.